Whoa, yeah. I like giving a little yeah in the beginning. And then I realized that you listen to this every week, so I hope you like the yeah, the karate. These are the paying sponsors for the show. If you'd like to be a paying sponsor for the show, you can email me at neveragainstudio@gmail.com. I have information I can send over to you. But these are all my friends, family, your family when you're involved here. Very fast and furious. But you can contact me and you can become a part of the show. And they keep the lights on. So I appreciate all of the sponsors that mess with the show. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Contact me if you'd like to be a sponsor. Finishers MMA, finishersmma.com, @finishers. That's how you find them on social media. These guys have a show with us every Monday called Now We Go. You can check it out. Zach, JM, Thor, Grace, there's too many to name that come out of that school, and they are killers in the game. They are the biggest MMA jiu-jitsu school in the area, and they are owning the East Coast. You can contact them at 610-438-0746. Ask for Andrew. They are at 3761 Nicholas Street in Easton, PA. They have 2 locations as of now, Bethlehem and Allentown. They are growing into 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say they are taking over, but they already have. Check them out on all of their social media. They are awesome to follow. And if you're looking to get in shape, you're looking to choke people, you're looking to do anything at all to better your life, finishersmma.com. AllValleyRooter.net. That's not how you pronounce it all the time. I just say it that way. All Valley Rooter, Jared LaBarba. He is my plumber. He's the show's plumber. I'm getting him plumbing business all over, and I love that he is getting what he wants. He has 24-hour emergency service. He is certified, insured, and professional. You can follow him at All Valley Rooter. He's on social media, and you can find his information at allvalleyrooter.net. Jared came down over the weekend and he fixed a problem down here. He's super professional. I love him as a person. I love his business. He grew it and he's doing his own thing. It's allvalleyrooter.net. It's 24-hour professional plumbing services. He can help you out with everything you need. It's 610-762-1656. He's certified, insured, and professional. Do not be afraid to contact him for any of your plumbing needs. Support Jared. Jared supports us. Luke Delmeyer Handmade Custom Knives. I love Luke. It's lukedelmeyer.com. He's a farrier, a bladesmith, and a blacksmith. He has custom knives, and the best part about it is you can take classes to make them. So not only can you take a class to learn how to make knives, at the end of the class, you get that knife. We're working on a project together. He started recently getting into chef knives, so he's starting to make chef knives. He makes hunting knives. He can make any of your needs as far as blacksmithing. That's at Luke Delmeyer on Instagram. That is the best way to follow him. You can see all the stuff that he's posting, he shares, he does raffles, he gives giveaways. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. We've had him on the show before. You can dig down in the library, listen to how he got started and where he's at now. I'm excited to work with Luke. He's a really good friend of the show, and I'm excited to showcase his chef knife that he's making me. Check out all things Luke Delmeyer at lukedelmeyer.com. Farrier, bladesmith, blacksmith. Rips Auto Detail. This guy is the best, hands down, in the area. I've interviewed him. I know his story. He's doing things that others aren't, and I love that he fucks with the show. I love getting the best of the best and having them support and be a part of this. That's what the sponsorship is for. I'm giving you the best people in their profession, and Rips is the best at auto detail. It's at Rips Auto Detail for Instagram. You follow that. He's showing you the different cars he does, and it's at 630 North Nelson Street in Allentown, PA. He offers paint correction, ceramic, SPS coatings, and more. This is appointment only, and it's ripsautodetail@gmail.com. You can call him at 484-553-1366. I tell you, follow him. If you don't know, you want to know more about what he does, follow him on Instagram. Follow Rips Auto Detail, and you can see all the things that Rip does. He's a big part of the show. We have a separate show we do called Road Dogs, and you can check out his past interviews and hear his whole story. I couldn't recommend this guy more for your auto, car, boat, plane. This guy literally has done everything, and he is the best in the area doing this. Rips Auto Detail. Welcome back to Therapeutic Dolphins. I'm your host, Michael Fauerbach. And on the 1-2 switcher, I have the Midnight Meatloaf, our very own Chanel No Coast, Chanel Burnt Toast, Cara Minio.
Yay. What are you drinking?
Gin and juice. I love gin. I was drinking it last night, and then I was like, I should add OJ. And then I was like, oh, I'll add juicers. And now I can't stop.
And this is what? Black velvet?
This is what's left from the weekend. There was a little bit of gin in there, and then Tim brought over... Well, I mean, it's better with a mixer. I don't have a mixer for you. I mean, maybe like orange juice. More hair on your teeth. There it is.
I don't have teeth.
There it is. Positive feedback from everyone on the show. I appreciate it. Some of the people that reached out. Corey Schaffner said, let Cara talk more. She's fantastic, and I don't mind her laugh. Well, Corey, you've never been out to dinner with her.
Thank you, Corey.
We might even raffle a dinner off with Cara. You've never been in public when you've heard the sirens go off and the entire restaurant just turns around and stares at you.
But it's, it's a good stare. They're like,
it's not a good stare. It's not a good
wonderful person. And
no one has
wonderful noise coming out of that beautiful chick's mouth.
No one has ever said that about you in your entire life. Not one.
Just let me believe that. Just let me have fun.
No, I feel like you should have changed the laugh by now. Maybe went to a specialist. I don't know who you talked to about getting things changed. Would it be your vocal cords, or like what do we have to do to stop that noise completely?
You can't.
What about like people who like remove vocal cords on dogs so then they like can't bark anymore? There's nothing like that we can do. That's like a thing. No?
That's really awful to say to someone. It's like asking me to change my whole...
We probably don't get a lot of listeners from the women, and I don't care. Fuck you. But the ones who did complain, I stand by the topics we went over. With your hygiene, with barn hamster hygiene.
My hygiene is perfectly fine.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that. So, yeah, to all the people that reached out and were like, boo, women do wash themselves. Boo. You don't. You do not.
Who complained?
No one complained. It was just women sticking up for themselves.
Poop, 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 poop.
You're supposed to be on their team.
Yay, team.
Yeah, so fucking stupid. Every fucking day, back and forth. She comes down here acting as if it doesn't seem like she's wearing a terrible fucking Halloween wig because you wanted to be the Egyptian. You wanted to be the Egyptian.
It's not a wig. It's the lady's name is the PA Hair Fairy, and she puts like tinsel in your hair, and I thought it was cute. My sister and I got
PA Hair Fairy.
Yeah, her name's Kelly, and she is a marvelous person. She's really...
So what did she do to you?
She has like different strands of tinsel.
Are you running the switcher?
I am.
Okay, just double checking.
But no, she has different colors, and she like ties them into your hair. You can like wash your hair, you can curl it, and they stay in for a pretty long time.
What is it again? Tinsel.
Yeah, it's like tinsel.
Why did you do that? You wanted to be festive for the Halloween, Christmas?
Yeah, I thought it was something different. I thought it was cute.
That's stupid. Looks like a terrible Halloween wig. Like it seriously looks like you went as like a pharaoh and you got your stupid fucking awful fucking hairdo.
It's cute.
It was like cute. You took the wig you had for Cher from the year before and then like put tinsel in it, and you're like, oh, gonna be an Egyptian for Halloween. It stinks.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't stink.
But you came down here like trying to like show it off. Like you were like, yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't.
And I'm like, yeah, I noticed. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
I totally did not do
Yeah.
that.
So
It
how?
just, like,
What,
catches
so
the
now,
light. It's cute.
what do you do with that now? Because you are one of the hamsters that don't wash your hair every day. So now does the tinsel stay in
Yeah, it
longer
stays
because
in.
you don't wash your hair? Is that why these women?
No, it stays in. You can wash it. You can curl your hair.
Have you washed it since you got it in?
Yes, I
You're
have
lying.
Twice.
You're lying.
Twice. I am not lying. I don't lie.
When did you
Michael.
get it done?
Friday and Saturday.
Wait, she put tinsel in Friday and Saturday? When did
Yeah.
you get your hair done?
Yeah, Friday I went with my sister and
Yeah.
I only got 15 strands in, and then I liked it so much.
Yeah.
Saturday I went again and
Oh,
got
wow.
more because I'm addicted to now.
How much is it to put tinsel in your hair?
It depends on how many strands you get.
How much did it cost you to put that horse shit in your hair? Do you see the delay? Do you see the pause? Do you see the laughing? We're about to get a really ridiculous, crazy price.
It was worth it. Just put it that way.
Was it over $100? Yep. All right. All right,
Well,
kids.
I don't remember.
Well,
Almost.
I
It was
mean,
close. It was
maybe
close.
if I was charged that much money, I would be. Now I'm starting to understand a little bit more on why these barn hamsters are barn hamsters, because when you're paying $500 for someone to put fucking old Christmas decorations into your fucking hair,
No, they're brand new.
old Christmas decorations into your hair, then you wouldn't want to wash them because you paid $500. So then that's why you girls make up excuses. We're like, it's supposed to be greasy.
I told you I washed my hair twice already.
Yeah.
Since Friday. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I still don't get it. Don't get it.
Oh, you know
Not
what?
my favorite thing you've done with your hair.
She can put it in your mustache too. People like men get in their mustaches and
Yeah.
their beards and stuff.
No,
so.
they don't.
Yes, I swear to fucking God.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. So if you want to be like cool like me, you can like totally put in that horrible mustache that you have.
I would rather burn myself with cigars. Awful shit. What else is going on? What'd you do over the weekend? You went down to visit your friend Emily.
Yeah, Emma.
Emily.
No. We went to the King of Prussia Mall.
Ooh, what'd you guys do? There was probably so many cool stores there.
It's like nice to see things that like aren't around this area. So I'm like, cool, look at all this expensive stuff that I'm not gonna buy, but it was still fun.
Did you guys get any snacks at the mall?
No.
Yeah.
We went out to eat before we went to mall. It's called like Founding Farmers, this restaurant. It's like tableside. It was like like farm to tableside or whatever, and it was really good.
What'd you get?
Meatloaf, baby.
Did you really?
Fuck yeah.
You're such a fucking loser. I can't believe your nickname was Midnight Meatloaf and you actually got meatloaf.
No.
You're probably such a big meatloaf person. Let's get into this. Are you
I love
self-conscious? Because, I mean, when you order meatloaf, like, you know, that's not, I feel like you might feel a specific way when you're like, I would love a big pile of meatloaf and mashed potatoes for my meal. You know?
No.
You're getting a lot of food when you order the meatloaf.
Well,
So how do you feel when you're like, I'll have the meatloaf, ma'am?
I'm like, no. First of all, my nickname was never Midnight Meatloaf.
Yeah, sure
we
it
were
wasn't.
eating meatloaf on my porch the one night in the summer and drinking Red Stripes, and I was like, Midnight Meatloaf would be such a good name for a cooking show, and you're like, no. And then, like, I just kept saying it was.
So did you have flashbacks of fat camp while you were ordering the meatloaf?
I never went to fat camp, asshole.
I talked to your mother. She said that she spoke to your father, and at one point she described you as a small beach ball, and that's why you had to go.
I never went to any camp. No summer camp, no nothing.
I had church camp my mother sent me to.
Oh, you know what? My mom did try to send us to like
It was
this
at the Nazareth Park.
church thing.
It was awful. Awful. It was like a 3-day thing, and we had to go, and it was, I vaguely remember bits and pieces of it because it was just such it was such just a terrible thing I didn't want to do that I remembered it, but
That whiskey's awful. Ugh.
Yeah. Put more tinsel in your hair. Coming from the girl with Christmas decorations in her hair and the nickname Meatloaf, the whiskey's bad. Never minded it on the truck driver's breath. Oh, Billy Joe or Billy Bob.
It's like really sweet.
Yes, it's fucking caramel whiskey. There's supposed to be a mixer in it. I didn't put a mixer in it. Like if you add Coke into that, it's really fucking good. Like it's dangerous, like dangerously good. Like I had 3 glasses of it, and then we were cooking outside, and I was like, "Fuck, man! Like I think I gotta switch over." And then I switched to beer. I don't like just drinking like liquor all night because it never works out.
No, then you wake up hungover and.
I just don't like. I mean, I don't mind time traveling sometimes. What did you get as a side dish? Because I'm sure you got the choice of 5.
No, it came with like mashed potatoes and green beans.
Of course it did.
I'm like,
Of course it did. Did it have gravy on it? Did you get buttered bread?
We actually got for our appetizer. They have like all different kinds of breads, and we're like, we want the bread bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I couldn't eat some of it because it had walnuts in it, and I was like, not a good choice.
You don't like walnuts?
If I eat walnuts, my throat gets itchy sometimes. You don't have anything to say about that?
I do. I was gonna say it's too bad that your throat never got that way from cum. You wouldn't have done what you did in your childhood. But I paused, and then
you were thinking about it.
No, I didn't. I wasn't gonna say it. Where I was like, yeah, maybe that's a little bit too much. But we also have to remember that this is Therapeutic Dolphins, and it doesn't fucking matter what we do over here.
That's right. It doesn't matter.
Yep. Old Chanel No Coast. I can't believe you even texted me that. Yo, I'm gonna be Chanel East Coast.
No. No. I said, what is it? Did I say Corona?
I don't know. Just don't start rapping. That's all I ask you to do is to not start rapping. I hope you start a Nirvana cover band. Hey-o!
Ew.
What did Emily get? She's like, I would like a tomato slice and some dry chicken, please.
She got this like pasta dish with like chicken in it, and she like put the salt on it. The salt, like
the salt thing,
like the shaker or whatever, the grinder.
It broke.
Like,
it's the worst. The worst.
And I was like, don't eat that. That's so gross.
What did they do? Did you send it back?
Yeah. I was like, don't even. She tried to like save it.
So what did they say? So then she had to wait. So what'd you do? Share the meatloaf?
No, that's my meatloaf.
So you ate meatloaf alone, and then you're such a fucking loser. At least it isn't your normal of when you eat meatloaf in your fucking bedroom closet. That's why you cry.
No one loves me.
Yeah, they don't.
Ew.
So I went with Brian Jandra. We were trying to find a good Italian hoagie.
How's he doing?
Good. He's super fucking busy. I don't even get to have a beer with him anymore. So we went down to the place, like down past Morristown. What are you looking for? Oh, you're fucking. Oh, I'm gonna use. You're so dumb. I like how you're smoking and doing that, so you're just like having the worst case scenario possible.
I'm trying to quit smoking. Okay,
yeah,
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I did cut back a little bit.
Good for you. I'm sure you're lying.
No.
Now it's just more convenient for you to use that down here, and then you don't have to go outside as much. But you've actually upped your twice, like 2 to 3 times the amount of your nicotine and all that. So now you're just going to be even more addicted to both. You suck, Meatloaf. Brian Ginger got a hoagie, and we got it from this place down here, and he talked about it all day. He's like, these are killer fucking hoagies, and we went and got the fucking hoagie. We brought it back to my parents' house. We went on the back porch. It was a nice summer day. We poured some iced tea.
Did you guys make out?
No, my parents were there. We fucked. So then we had some potato chips. My mom, did the extras. You boys need anything? Is going to have us a little bit of lunch. And then he went to put salt on his hoagie, and the salt, like the crystallized sea salt thing, was broke, and the whole thing emptied onto his fucking hoagie.
So 2 salt spills happened this weekend.
No, this was during the summer. It was probably, I don't know, maybe it was last year. But yeah, and it sucked because he couldn't get another hoagie, and then we weren't going to go drive to get another hoagie, and then he tried to clean the salt off, and it just
never works.
No, it does not work. It's not working. Excuse me.
Where was the hoagie from?
I forget the name of the place. It's like if you're going the back way to Blue Mountain, and then you come to this like 4-way intersection.
Is it on the corner there?
Yes, it looks like an old general store.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have killer breakfast sandwiches, I was told, and then their hoagies. It wasn't the best hoagie. I still, in my hoagie search for the Lehigh Valley, number 1 is Sailors and Company. Number 2 is Tony's and Tatamy.
Did you ever try Primo hoagies? Yeah,
I considered that a chain, and I wasn't putting it in the mix.
I heard they're pretty good, but I never tried them.
Yeah, they're good. Like I said, though, it's more of a chain than what I was looking for.
Right.
I like a good deli hoagie.
So,
a good Italian deli hoagie.
So Wrestlers doesn't do it for you anymore?
No, Wrestlers, I never liked their Italian hoagie because their shit is just made and put on the shelf, and then like the cheese sits there and gets weird all day. I don't like too much out of Wrestlers. Some of their pre-made sandwiches are okay, but that's not what I'm looking for in an Italian hoagie.
Do you remember the Blue Eagle hoagie?
Yes. Yeah, I like the Blue Eagle hoagie.
With the peppercorns in it?
Yes, it always
We're
had
like,
that
ew.
weird thing everybody picked out.
They're like, what's that?
Yeah, I never understood what it was. What is it? You said it's peppercorn?
Yeah, those are peppercorns, and they looked like that because they sliced the meat, and peppercorns were in there, and all the kids were like, ew, that's gross.
But it was edible. It was just pepper?
Yeah.
No, I never minded the Blue Eagle hoagie. You know who recreates the Blue Eagle hoagie perfectly?
Who?
And will be my number 3 hoagie coming in here is Wundler's in Bath. Wundler's Market. You remember if you go into Bath?
Never went there.
Yeah, and you never take one. Oh, I paid too much money for my hair.
Shut up.
If you go down towards, like, as if you're going to the Fox, and on the corner, like on the outskirts of town, there's a parking lot with like a big yellow smiley face in it.
Okay.
And that's Wundler's Market, and it's mostly known for the guy's really cool. He's getting up there in age. I think he's still running it with his wife. But they used to sell supplies for brewing beer and making your own wine. And then when we used to have to clean in Bath all the time when I worked with DJ, we would go to Wundler's Market. And they basically have the exact fucking hoagie that you get at Nazareth. It's fucking good. And you get like the salad dressing packets.
Ooh, hot dog.
It really just tastes like bologna.
Like Oscar Mayer.
A good bologna.
Yeah, I didn't know if you would remember the Blue Eagle hoagie because you weren't at Nazareth for very long.
I was there till 9th grade.
And then you got the boot.
They asked me to leave.
I would too.
Yeah, I called my mom and said, Mrs. Fauerbach, we can't tell you that your son is not allowed here anymore, but we would appreciate it if you put him somewhere else. And like any caring mother, she pulled me aside and said, you have 2 options. You can either be grounded all summer and stay at Nazareth, or I'll just let you do whatever you want. And then at the end of summer, you got to go to Notre Dame. And then at towards the end of summer, it started really hitting me because like all summer, like my friends were like, I can't believe you're not going to be here next year. And I was like, yeah, but then it didn't hit home until I had to go uniform shopping. That's when I was like, oh man.
So what did your uniforms look like?
We had to wear a collared shirt, either white or like a navy or blue. And then we had to wear slacks, like khakis or corduroys maybe, but then I think they got banned eventually. and then we had to wear a dress shoe, and then a tie. You had to wear a fucking tie.
A loser.
It sucked. I hated it. And I still don't know how to tie a tie. So, like, I would have my ties pre-tied, and then I would have to I'd, like, wake my dad up, and he'd be, like, half asleep putting his fucking tie together. I don't know. I met, like, a lot of cool people, and I definitely, like, I don't know what would have happened if I would have stayed in public school, because it was, like, I was off the rails completely. It wasn't like, hey.
You still are.
Hey, we're not.
Jerk.
Just I'm taking showers.
Take showers.
Sure. So at that time, I was just so fucked up. I was just like I would just leave school and like go do drugs, and then like I remember I didn't show up for my SATs, and they fucking called. They called that like I forget what teacher it was called and was like, hey, like this is a very serious thing that you're missing, and they actually got the number of the house that I was getting high in and called there.
How'd they get the number? How'd they know?
Somebody must have known that I went over to Dennis's, and then they called Dennis's landline.
Shame, Dennis. For shame.
And they answered, and they were like, they put me on the phone, and they were like, hey, it's your teacher. And I was like, hey, what's up? And she's like, hey, like this is like you can't get a 0. She's like, I don't care if you show up here and just put your name on it. Like you have to have some sort of score, or like you're gonna completely fuck your entire like education up for the rest of your life. And I was like, I don't think so. And she's like, please. So I walked back up and I went, and I don't think she called my mom, and then I don't know. Then that was the last year I was there, and then they called and off to Notre Dame. But I met Nat Amato and Kevin Patton, and Josh started taking me every day. And yeah, then I ended up, making a lot of really good friends. There was tons of hot chicks. They got to wear this school uniform, a little Catholic schoolgirl outfit. That was always fun.
I don't think I ever took my SATs. Like, I don't think I signed up for them.
I think you have to take them when you're in school. You don't have an option.
I never took them.
You never did like that large testing in like a gymnasium?
No.
You have to take fucking... You know what? You're right. I'm sure you're right, Meatloaf.
No, I don't remember taking them. Because I remember how the smart kids were like, oh, I'm studying for my SATs. I'm like, who cares? Fuck that. That's
Maybe
dumb.
It's not SATs, but there is something you have to take, because then that's like what they go off of score-wise to judge whether or not like if the teachers are doing their job.
I remember in elementary school, we would take those long tests, and we would sit in the library and stuff like that. And I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. How awful is fucking school? I hated every minute of it.
Same.
And do you think there's people that enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah, totally. The only things that I did well in was English and art class.
And blowjobs.
Blowjobs 101.
Oh,
they
man.
don't teach that in high school.
Yeah, you did.
$5 to take the class behind the...
Yeah, behind the old dumpster at 7-Eleven. He's practiced on Stevie all the time.
Don't forget your quarter.
Don't forget the comb.
Ew.
He was like a known guy in town. Is he still alive? I think they finally got rid of him at the 711s when it got bought out. He was there for forever. And he still did a better job than the actual fucking idiots that were working there.
Right. He used to live down the street from my old parents' house because my sister was friends with his niece.
Yeah. And
I'd be like, oh my God, Stevie is her uncle. I'm like, does he still ask for people's quarters?
Yeah. You want quarters?
Don't forget, you want your quarter.
Yeah.
He had that high pitch.
I would take that guy. I would take Stevie over. Remember the rude guy who was just there all the time. He was fucking miserable. And he's like, hey, it's your fucking change. I'm like, it's not my fault you're here. It's not my fault you're here, asshole. Sell me the cigarettes.
There was a guy that
he was there for a while. And then I think he was manager. And then when it got sold, I think they just washed him out.
No, there's a guy there because I still go there once in a while.
I stopped. I can't do it anymore. It turned into fucking the cast of a Rob Zombie movie working there. You go in, it's fucking death metal guy, and he's like, whoa, blasting down. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. I'm high. I don't want any music on. Don't make eye contact with me. Do not make eye contact with me. You look at the floor. Piece of fucking garbage.
Peasant.
Then there was the one guy who used to hang out at the American all the time, like the balding, creepy guy. And then remember, he got the shit kicked out of him at the American.
Are we talking about the guy that always wears like the fringe leather? And
He's not there anymore. This guy was just a real fucking creep ball, and he wore like the 7-Eleven button up. And he'd always like just be lurking out front smoking cigarettes. And then somebody told me somebody kicked the shit out of him at the fucking American. Rightfully so.
I have
creep.
no idea. I don't.
What a great town history we have.
Yeah.
What were we talking about that we even got on the topic of 7-Eleven?
I have no idea.
Huh. I don't know.
Blowjobs behind the dumpster.
Yes! Yes, your memory serves you correct because you spent half your life there. Oh, man. We cooked outside Saturday. That was fucking fun.
Without me.
Yeah, it's because you were having meatloaf in the city. It just sounds like a terrible sitcom about fucking...
There's a lot of fun.
About losers who married fucking men who worked at 7-Eleven. So we got the 36-inch Blackstone griddle out. Tim helped me put it together.
Yeah.
He did most of it while I was out of breath. And then we took it out front, and then we had to season it. That was a good time. I didn't. I didn't never seasoned something before.
Season something. Explain that process to me.
You turn all the burners on high, and then you let it start. You know, basically start smoking.
Okay.
And then you used. We were supposed to use a specific olive oil or an oil, like it was like. I had grapeseed oil, but you're supposed to use like flaxseed oil or some shit. And I'm like, I'm paying fucking $36 at fucking Wegmans for a fucking beaker full of fucking whatever cum juice they're selling for way too much.
Cumsies.
Yeah, I'd rather drink it or dump it all over my face and pretend I'm after prom while choking myself.
Why doesn't he like me?
So we put on the prom cum, and then once we put the prom cum on the... we put Did you get lucky after prom?
I never had sex after prom, no.
Yeah, I never did either. We went to a party, and then we ended up we weren't allowed to leave the basement. The kid got a little bit too heavy on the rules and was like, I'm like, dude, I have
but
to
you
piss.
Guys were underage,
I have to piss.
So the rules should be pretty heavy.
Yes, but he should have let us use the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So then we just fucking we hung up a towel and started pissing in a shot vac. And then like 6 months later, he fucking like sent out a group text or some bullshit and was like, my fucking dad's pissed off because he found this fucking shot vac filled with piss.
You guys are disgusting.
He's disgusting. Let us go to the bathroom.
Why don't you just pee out in the yard?
We weren't allowed to go outside. We were in a basement. And his mom was like, if you're drinking here. I think his mom wouldn't have cared. I just thought that I think he was so... You remember back then when, like, if, you know, you have people, oh, it's cool if you drink at my house. But then when people are that young and they're drinking, it's like, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. You hope these days at our age that people control themselves while drinking. And that's still hard, let alone when you're fucking 15. But, yeah, it was a good time. Nat was there, a bunch of other people. It was fun. We just filled up his fucking... Every now and then I'll text Nat and be like, remember when we filled that dude's dog face's fucking shot back up with piss? So but that's where we went after prom. And then, like, I don't know. My date had a boyfriend. And,
loser.
Yeah, I didn't realize that, like... I was like, oh, maybe she likes me. And then her boyfriend came up and was like, dude, thanks so much. I've been to like 5 of these with her, and I did not want to go to 6. Like, appreciate it. And I was like, oh, I'm like the gay brother.
Thanks for taking her out and showing her a good time.
Yeah, here's $5. Yeah, here's $5. I'll sell your socks. Then you can clean your tears off while you're masturbating into a mirror.
No, I was supposed to go to all 4 proms.
Yep.
But 2 of them I got caught drinking and I got grounded.
Ooh, yeah. I feel like you were probably always in trouble.
I was in trouble a lot.
Yeah, old meatloaf out on the town.
Because I could never lie. I'd be like, Mom,
No, you're a terrible liar.
Going to like
you're a terrible
some
liar.
friend's house or something, and she'd be like, really? I'd be like, totally.
Yeah. You have like awful like tells for when you lie. Like you pause and look up. You're like, yeah, I was totally not hanging out with Billy Bob this weekend.
don't know any Billy Bobs. Stop.
So we put prom cum all over the thing. And then, I bet you're the thing you've always wanted. That and a quart of seagull shit. So we filled the thing up with the cum. The cum burned off, and then when you season it, you put the oil down. So I had grapeseed oil, so we did that. Like, you put the oil all over it, take a paper towel and tongs, and then you just fucking... all 4 burners are on high, and it's just fucking burning. And then it was just billowing smoke out in front of the studio, and everyone kept being... Well, it was just myself and Tim, and we didn't know where we were going to do it. We were going to do it out back, but it's weird out back. There's 3 fucking apartments in one house, and then the one's got like a newborn almost, and then the other girl I know has 2 kids, and then I think the people on the end don't have kids, but I didn't want to just be out there cooking, and then if I'm too loud, then they're like, what are you doing? You're in our backyard. And then we went out front, but then there's not a lot of light. And then I was like, fuck it. And I know something's going to come out of this down. There's, you know, somebody's going to be like, what were they doing? What were they doing over there?
So many people stopped and asked you, like, oh, something's not good,
No. But I know that there's going to be people that see me doing that. But I also don't care. Like, I've literally stopped caring. Like, I used to not care. Then I cared a little bit. Now I'm back to not caring. So, So then the third round, we did olive oil on it, and then I was watching videos on it, and then I got thick-cut hickory smoked bacon. So the first thing I cooked on it after it was seasoned was then bacon, and then that just had the oil on that, and then we, you know, pushed the bacon grease around and then kind of let that cook off. And then I went and got 2 pounds of hamburger, and I got some buns, and I had some stuff in there from Mind Machine, so I recreated the Mind Machine sauce that he made for us when we did Girth Burgers.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I basically did a smash burger but didn't smash them too much. So then Mose came by and was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just cooking out front. And he's like, are you allowed to do this? And
like,
I'm like,
why does people, like, I don't understand.
I think it's because it's my friend.
Asking.
It's my friend's concerned if we're gonna get in trouble.
Oh,
like,
right.
so he's like, I don't know.
It's like someone like grilling, right? Like,
yes, but we're
Fuck
grilling
it.
out front of a store. This isn't an apartment. Like, it's just a store, and you're not allowed to just cook food on the sidewalk. Like, it's illegal. So, and I just don't care. So, I just we started cooking the stuff off, and then I made. I took onions, and then I fried those in the bacon grease. And then, where are you going? You gotta take a shit?
No, asshole. Oh, where did it go?
What are you looking for?
That beer.
Oh, it's over here.
Oh.
Just grab another one.
Okay.
We then, what the hell did I do? I fried onions off, and then once the onions were fried, then I made up these little balls, seasoned them with salt and pepper, and then we made burgers. And then what was cool is, like, the people who live upstairs, because I don't ever know their opinions on me, because I see them a lot, but sometimes we're, like, really fucked up out front during the fights. And then sometimes we've said stuff to them, and I don't remember what we've said. I just remember, like, memories of their faces out front.
Probably something rude.
No, because but then, like, the girl came down and was like, you know, she's like, dude, what are you making? And I was like, cheeseburgers. And she's like, they smell incredible. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm actually going to start doing pop-ups and, like, selling shit out of here. And then she was like, well, let me know. And then another couple was walking by, and they were like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, we're making cheeseburgers. And then they were like,
you should have
like,
asked them, do you want one $5?
No, because I didn't have, they were gone. Like, Moser took one bite and was like, dude, what the fuck? And then, because I paid attention to how Angelo cooked it, so it's like I'm trying to learn how to cook these burgers because we want to do pop-ups together.
That's My Machine's real name's Angelo?
Yeah, it's Angelo.
Oh, okay.
But he called himself My Machine, and now it's stuck, and then, like,
yeah,
it's just like a nickname now. So then this couple was like, hey, we're from Lower Nazareth. We come up every Sunday to get Emily's, and then we just kind of walk around town. And then she was like, I said to her, I said, hey, you know, we're going to start doing pop-ups here. And usually I don't What was weird, it's the first time that I've ever fucking explained to someone what the studio is, because then normally, like the one guy I told him, I lied to them and like told him it was a WWF wrestling show and that we talk all about WWF. So when the lady was like, well, she's like, I don't understand what this is. And I was like, well, it's a podcast. And then she was like, oh.
A lot of people ask though. They're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, but I also like to not tell anyone like what this is. I like that people don't know that are around town.
Yeah.
So I explained to her that we're going to be doing food, and I'm like, hey, December 12th, my machine's coming up, and we're going to do a pop-up. And she's like, oh my God, how do I know? Like everybody was interested in eating food that went by, so it was really cool. It was a cool moment. I'm excited to do food again. I wanted to do food, but only on my terms. So then when I kind of started getting into this pop-up world and like meeting all these different people, like Angelo and Local Stone Pizza and all this shit, you can do food the way you want to fucking do it. I don't have to work for somebody. I don't have to open a fucking restaurant.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, so like, the way things are evolving, and like I'm kind of keeping myself here a little bit longer than I want to. So like when we move the studio, what I'll eventually do is get the next studio. I'll have a studio kitchen, and then I'm going to get it licensed. And then once it's licensed to sell food, then I'm going to just sell food when I want to sell food. So like today, if I would have like gotten up, I would have been like, hey everybody, like I'm getting up at 6, and then at 7 o'clock we're gonna be selling homemade bagel sandwiches out of the fucking store, and I only have 100 of them, so they're gone. They're gone.
Okay, so you're gonna put like a number amount on. Like,
absolutely, I'm not. That's the thing. No, well, I mean, I might do it all day. The thing is, like, I don't want to have overhead. I don't want to have to go shopping. I don't want to have an employee. Like, well, how I want to do it is I want to tell Kevin, yo, man, why don't you come up and we'll do a ramen night on a Monday when you normally have off, and then just like let's just make a ramen here and then do a ramen pop up, or like if Angelo comes into town and we do a podcast, and then I could be like, hey man, why don't we make a chicken? Like we're working on like a chicken patty sandwich, so. I was
like chicken parm, perhaps?
No. I wanted to do it like a chicken patty. Like, remember in high school getting the chicken patty sandwich?
Yeah, boring.
No, it's not going to be boring, because we're going to make the chicken and then like grind it up and then like bread it and then make like a fucking chicken patty. So almost like it would basically be like, think of a crab cake, like a chicken cake. You just can't figure it out, can you? It's fucking, yeah.
Is it going to be flat?
If the camera was on you, there was probably just like hamsters running inside your fucking brain. And then I gave the best example of what it could look like, being like chunks of fucking crab. No, almost? It's going to be a fucking chicken patty. You know what a fucking chicken patty looks like?
I know.
It's what floats in your fucking brain back and forth. Jesus Christ. So, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff, and I'm excited to do it. But if I want to do that, I'm gonna be like, hey, Angelo's coming up this Saturday. We're selling this chicken patty sandwich on, Friday night, and then that's it. I don't want to fucking cook all the time. I'm like, maybe it'll turn into something where a coffee shop opens and then I could hire somebody to run a fucking coffee machine. But other than that, I'm not fucking, I have too much shit going on. I have to do a podcast. I have to run the apparel company. I'm working for Axelrad. I like having a bunch of different options to do shit, but at the same time, I can't give 100% to everything. Eventually, they'll be working on its own, where they're just, businesses that I have people in place to make money and I pay them and whatnot. But I don't want a restaurant. I don't want to work. I mean, anyone who knew me when I cooked, it was a terrible time to be around me. I was at the deli like 12 hours a fucking day. And when I managed the deli, I was working there Monday through Saturday, every fucking day, 10 hours a day. You get Sunday off. Thanks.
Hot dog.
Thanks. Can I have some fucking ice for my knees too? Jesus Christ. It's terrible. Terrible.
Do you ever talk to that guy anymore, or run into him or anything?
No, I don't talk to him. We left on okay terms, but I talk to his son a lot. Not a lot, but like his son's on Instagram and will hit me up, or like I saw him, he was going to pay a parking ticket or something, and we like caught up. It was, it's cool seeing his kids grow up. His son Nick like plays the guitar, he's into creative stuff, and I'm cordial with them. I have nothing against the Newburgh Deli.
Yeah.
It served a purpose for a point in my time, and that was it. It's where I learned how to cook on a flat top. Like I was explaining stuff to Tim, and I was like, dude, like I was locked to a flat top for like 4 years. You know what I mean? I love cooking on them. So I'm excited to have one. You know, it's a nice one. So that was cool. It was a cool fucking weekend. Nothing crazy. I wanted to do this Sunday night. Like I said, so many people hit me up that were talking about how good the show came out. So I like having this platform. It's a little bit looser than the other ones, and it's about as loose as you. You old dog. You old dog with fucking tinsel stuck in your hair.
It's cute. It's cute.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I like it.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. What are your expectations for the show? What do you like getting out of this? I think we should have guests.
Oh, yeah, we can have guests. I want to bring Sissy Steez on.
Yeah, your sister would be fun to have on.
It'd be like surround sound dolphins.
Yeah, we can do up to four people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I just like it because it just gets me, you know, laughing and having a good time. It's very laissez-faire.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I like it. I have a good time doing it.
No, it's fun. It's easy to do.
Yeah, totally.
I love making fun of you.
Did you watch any new shows?
No.
Did you start anything?
No. Yeah, I started Raised by Wolves on HBO Max. I found out Thursday. I found out Thursday that, first of all, you have no say in anything. You're like, I rewatched the remake of Sabrina the Witch.
It was good.
I'm sure it was. Good. I'm sure all the children loved watching that teenage show. Show stunk. You're like, oh, she talks to a cat. That's all I want out of my life. I'm going to put tinsel in my hair and talk to a cat, and I'll be fine. Shut the fuck up. Fucking idiot. Oh, I'll just suck dicks and talk to cats. That's all I want to do. Kind of some tinsel in my hair. Christmas is coming. $300 later. Oh, thanks for fucking putting tinsel in my hair. Who comes up with that?
She has a good
Someone
following.
was like taking something off, like a Christmas ornament, and got shit stuck in their hair. I could charge people way too much money for that. I'm not knocking anything that woman did. I'm sure she has a great business. I'm just making fun of women who put tinsel in their fucking hair.
You're just jealous.
Of what?
That you don't have tinsel in your mustache.
It's like the same thing as going to a strip club and coming home with glitter all over you. It's a fucking mess you got to clean up when you wake up. You probably just have bullshit all over your fucking pillow. It's like terrible lipstick, and now you got fucking tinsel there and more things to wash, which you probably don't. So now you just have grease on your pillow, tinsel on your pillow, and lipstick and cumsies. You fucking barn hamsters in your disgusting places you lay your heads.
I wash my pillowcases regularly and sheets.
Yep.
And they're not greasy. They don't have cumsies on them, and they definitely don't have lipstick because I wash my face.
Just filled with piss from the people you hang out with. Old pity potty pants. I've never dated anybody that pissed the bed. How uncomfortable is that to have to text or call someone and say, hey, man, you pissed my fucking bed. I know people that piss, like some people just piss the bed. This gentleman seems like he just has way too much alcohol to consume and pisses the bed. But what's that like to have to confront someone who pity-pottied your bed?
It wasn't very comfortable. I didn't know how to go about it.
Do you think that he's used to it because a lot of women have had to tell him he pity-pottied the bed?
I have no idea. But the thing is, I'm so grateful for it.
Did you wake up in piss?
I did.
You little hamster.
It wasn't my
running
piss.
Around with the chickens. You got to stay with the farmers, you little dirty hamster.
No, I was really upset, and I didn't know how to like go about it because I didn't want to like embarrass him. And at the point, I'm like, why not? Like, so like I have a really expensive mattress. My mattress is like a $4,000 mattress.
Whoa.
And when you buy a Tempur-Pedic, they tell you to buy the protective cover on it for like the moisture. So it's like a plasticky kind of.
Well, you also have to remember
thing.
is when they first started coming out, I got memory foam, and then Izzy, when it was a puppy, pissed on it, and I went to clean it, and the memory foam was so disgusting, and you really couldn't clean them back then.
Right.
They're like, rinse it off with a hose. I'm like, what?
Bring it outside.
Yeah, it's literally what it was, and then I ended up just throwing it out, but So then buying a cover is necessary, and I'm saying you never did?
No, I did.
Oh, you did.
And it like the cover obviously doesn't come with the mattress, and that cover is like $200.
So is the cover ruined?
Yes, because I had to put it in the wash,
and then it shrunk,
and it ripped.
Oh.
But I had that protective cover over the mattress, and like I didn't like the feeling of that between my sheets, so I had another mattress pad on it because it was like
Princess and the
plasticky.
Pea.
Yeah, like I'm very picky about my sleeping arrangements. So don't say shit.
Maybe you should be picky about who you put in your sleeping arrangements. You wouldn't have fucking some dirtball off of Plenty of Fish blowing fucking loads against your cat's neck. And lesson learned, folks, don't use Facebook dating apps.
Don't.
Yeah. You have any advice for the women out there?
He wasn't from Facebook dating, though.
No, but I'm not getting into this.
No, don't.
It's worse than fucking Facebook dating. Such a loser.
Stop! I've come to terms with
pissy pants.
Whatever, bedwetter.
I got Raised by Wolves on that HBO Max. HBO Max just came to the Fire Stick. It wasn't on there for a little bit. I'm a big HBO guy. I pay for it. I don't mind paying for it. I watch it. I watch it a lot.
Okay.
So when HBO and Cinemax was combining, there was like streaming issues, and they wouldn't allow HBO Max on Roku and Fire Sticks until they like paid a specific amount of money. Somehow it got all figured out, and HBO Max is like an adult it's like an adult Netflix. Like it's really good fucking series like Sopranos. So it's everything best of HBO, then everything best of Cinemax. But then I was going through it with Jer, and I saw like they also bought the rights to Adult Swim.
Oh, really?
So like, yeah. So I said to Jer, I was like, dude, this rabbit hole now, I'm like, where we can, do whatever and then get into late night, get into Adult Swim. I've always wanted to watch Adult Swim, but it's not on when I'm up or I'm too fucked up to watch it.
Yeah.
So then I saw they had a whole category for DC. And then so you click on that and it's all the fucking DC movies. Then they had Seinfeld on there. They had Friends on there. So now HBO Max is buying up like sitcom stuff. So I was like, holy shit, this is like, I think it's going to eventually be better than Netflix because Netflix is just so oversaturated with dog shit.
Yeah, it's really
terrible.
Hard to find anything that I want to watch on Netflix anymore.
Yeah, except for Sabrina the Teenage Witch remake. Halloween Forever. God knows the amount of juggalos you've spent time with.
None.
Yeah, I'm surprised you never made it into those rave dancing videos underneath bridges. You never saw the goth kids dancing under the bridge?
I was never a goth. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nope.
What was the furthest you went with this genre? Like, were you punk rock and you bought a Green Day shirt and some studded slippers?
I had a studded belt.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I forgot. I had a studded belt, too. It was a pink one, and then all the studs came off because I bought it at, like, Hot Topic.
Yeah, because it was cheap. Mine was real leather.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you were told it was real leather, and you're like, "Oh, I'll pay $1,000 for it. Tinsel comes with it." Boo.
No.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got into was HBO Max. I'll show it to you then. There's some decent shit to watch on it. We cooked, watched the fights.
Who fought this weekend?
It was what was fun is a couple of the guys from 10th Planet came over, and they had a couple beers in them already, so they were funny. They were fucking, they were pretty fucked up when they got there, so we had a good time with that. And then we watched the fights.
What's 10th Planet?
I can't get into this. We don't have enough fucking time. Why don't you watch some other shows in the program? So I don't know. That was it. That was fun. I wanted to do this. I'm gonna eat that spaghetti you brought from your Mamma Mia. I wanted a cheeseburger, but you spent all your money on fucking Tinseltown and meatloaf, and that's where we're at. You don't have $1.25.
I really didn't feel like driving.
Yeah, I knew it had nothing to do with money because you have money, so you were like, yeah, I'm just like broke as shit, and this is why I know that you lie. Like, I wish you would have just been like, hey,
no,
dude,
it's better for you anyway.
Yeah,
like,
but
you don't want to eat
you didn't have to
cheeseburgers
lie.
I didn't lie.
You did. You said you don't have money for a cheeseburger. Then I just said, but see, this is where you're lying on top of lying. As I just said, you do have money for a cheeseburger, and you go, I do. I didn't want to go, and then I said, yeah, I know.
And then I don't want to spend more money on stupid garbage food.
Yeah,
you caught me.
Yeah. So you immediately turned this into a house of lies, and I don't, and like your mom's a really good Italian cook, so I don't know what you thought would have been. Like, if you came down, it would have been like, yo, dude, didn't stop for burgers. I brought you my mom's spaghetti. You could have been like, Ma spaghetti, and started fucking going M&M on me. But instead, you started the day with a lie. And then that's what bothers me. And then you don't realize why I just tear into you. And it's like, you've started the foundation of our hangout with a bunch of horse shit that I know is horse shit. And then, like, 2 minutes later, you're like, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, you're lying. You're just lying for no reason.
I'm not.
And then you're like, I know, I'm a bad liar. I'm such a bad liar. Look at my hair. Meatloaf. You stink, Chanel No Coast. Thank you for tuning into this episode. If you guys want to slide into Kara's DMs, you can contact her from her lower third. She is single. She's looking to date, and she'll pretty much go out with anybody at this point. So,
you're such an asshole.
So, guys, get in that DMs, baby. Let's get her out on some dates. Let's get some good stories down here. We should auction you off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like how?
Like $600, and somebody keeps you in a cage for a weekend.
I would be okay with that.
Like shit and piss on newspaper. And be fed sawdust.
I'd be like, I was a real hamster this weekend.
Yeah. Your hair would look the same when you came out of the cage.
You're an asshole.
Unkept and filled with bullshit. You can check out anything we're doing over here at neveragainstudio.com. You subscribe, like, all that. Thank you for everything you guys do. We appreciate it. We will be bringing you more Therapeutic Dolphins. If you have any suggestions from the show, send them over. We're going to start bringing on guests. It's just kind of a fuck-around show, and we're going to see where it goes. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
Check out all of our sponsors. Do you have anything to end the show with?
No.
You should start ending the show with like powerful, like Queen Latifah advice for women.
I got nothing.
Nope. That's your representation of a female, ladies. Right here, this fucking just this sack of shit rolled up into a ball with tinsel on it.
It's pretty though. It's so pretty.
Yep. Enjoy your week, guys. Enjoy your week.
Bye.